and I am here to share my beauty hacks, tips, tricks, and favorite products. And I want you to like and subscribe, please. One of my favorite beauty brands so far that I've found, and it is Juno & Co. They also have one of my favorite skincare products. This is the Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. I know you guys have seen it. It was all over Instagram, and it was used by a lot of YouTubers, but I don't feel like it's getting the love it needs. This is amazing. This is a primer, it's a moisturizer, it blurs, it softens, and for me, who has a lot of bumpy skin, it helps smooth my complexion out and make it just, I'm a lot more comfortable in my skin when I use my Miracle Cream. Along with Juno & Co., I also love Milk. This is a little bit more on the high-end side, God love them, but it's all natural, it's vegan, it's cruelty-free, they're amazing. They're amazing. They have all kinds of stuff. They have serums, they have masks, they have moisturizers, they have cleansers, they have makeup. This I use, this is their vegan milk moisturizer. I use this at night. It's a little bit of a thicker consistency. Another moisturizer, and these guys, I'm not for sure if they're cruelty-free. I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm sorry. They may be though, so don't quote me. This is the L'Oreal Paris. This is their Dermo Expertise, their Hydro Renewal Water Gel. Jelly texture in the container, but as you put it on your face, it starts to melt in, and it literally soaks up. My skin just soaks it right up, and it's a great base for makeup. It is. I've used it for that before in a pinch. Then glow and kind of get you a little bit more comfortable where you need to be ready to go and take on the day. This is a really great, just put on your skin, go for the day, just feel beautiful, feel radiant, nice glow to the skin. It absorbs really easily. It doesn't leave that oily kind of texture. And it does have a little bit of tack to it. If you put a smaller amount on your skin, it does leave a little bit of a tack so that your foundation can grip. Moving forward, if you want to know anything about serums, bases, things like that I don't talk about, let me know. I can try to get information, get products gathered up to get a video worth of information. Moving on, I'm moving on to primers, which also you can use the Moonshine Miracle Cream from Juno & Co. for. And any of your moisturizer. If you don't have a primer, please, please, please moisturize. Good skin starts with a good routine. You gotta have a good base underneath your makeup. Moisturizer, primer, whatever it may be. If you have a nice base of that, that gives you the foundation you need to have makeup that lasts longer. I'm not saying it all day, but it lasts longer. And I can attest to that because when I first started makeup, I didn't believe in primers. I bought whatever I could see. If it said primer, I grabbed it. You get hot, you get sweaty, and at the end of the day, you're wearing a mask all day. So you're sweating, you're just hyperventilating yourself in this makeup, and you want to have a good base, you want to have everything last as long as possible. I love this stuff. This is also by Milk. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't have a very good YouTube hand. First video. Don't fault me, please. This one's almost gone. This one retails for $30. This is my absolute fave. It is extremely tacky to help grip your foundation, to help just smooth things, and just so that everything gives you a good coverage. You can use the Moonshine Miracle Cream, you can use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and you can also, they have great ones at the drugstore. I know Revlon has great primers. Wet n Wild was one of my favorite primers for the longest time. They have priming serums that have a little bit of glitter in them to help give you a little bit more of a shine from within, a glow to your skin, things like that. If you want to prime your skin and you've got more money, I actually got this in my BoxyCharm last month. This is the Pores No More Luminizing Primer by Dr. Brandt. I love this brand. I've gotten it in my BoxyCharm and I've gotten it in my IPSY before. BoxyCharm does give you 5 full-size products, 4 to 5 full-size products monthly for $25 a month. and you normally get your box by the 18th. I love it. I haven't had a box that I don't love. Moving on, they do have silicone primers, and they may not be my-ish, but they do have them, and I have a couple of them here I want to show you. We've got the Mana Candar primer, and this is Mana Candar. I got this in my IPSY. I like it for smoothing. If you're oily, you're greasy, you're trying to get rid of some of that texture in your T-zone, totally not against that. That's a wonderful thing to do. You can multi-prime. Another primer that I do like, I don't use it a lot because I do get broke out when I use the real slippy pore filling primers. This is the Professional. I got this from BoxyCharm, I do believe. I did get a sample size of this from my IPSY when I did the sample size products. I did upgrade. Professional is a good one. I've also got Cover FX, which it has a little bit of a tint to it. It is on the pricier side. This is their blurring primer. This in indentations or scarring on your face to help give you a smoother base. The Hangover primer by Too Faced is amazing. Becca First Light primer. This is amazing. It has a very good 4-in-1 correcting primer. It has a little bit of a glisten to it, so it gives you a shiny complexion underneath your foundation. It's really good for color correcting, evening out your skin before you put your foundation on. Foundation. I'm going to try and stick to the drugstore end of the spectrum just because if any of y'all are like me, you don't have, $50, even $30 to drop on a foundation. I personally do not have that amount of money. If I get it in my BoxyCharm or my IPSY, that's amazing, but I need to find something that works for me that I can easily get doubles of in case I run out. Just run to the store, grab it. I know exactly where it is. I know exactly how much it is, and it's not going to break the bank. Trees Cosmetics. This is their HD liquid cover. The beautiful skin light coverage. I'm sorry, my lighting is terrible. It's a beautiful skin light coverage. I have it everywhere now. But it comes in a little dropper. It makes it a little bit more easy to apply. And I mean, with a wet beauty blender, you can thin it out, you can thicken it up, you can layer it. I have found that it layers beautifully and it wears beautifully. But Catrice is amazing. This was a find. This blew my socks off, y'all. I am a full coverage queen. I love full coverage foundation. First ever foundation. Sorry, I'm leaning into my makeup over here. My first ever foundation, and this one, I'm due to get a new one. You can see through her. This is the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage. This stuff is amazing, but I found that if you get oily, greasy, and you don't have a good base under it, it breaks up really quickly. Almost like bubbles up and starts to rub off. This is a beautiful foundation if you are one of those girls that likes to do the extravagant makeup looks, take a bunch of pictures and post them on the gram, which I love to take a bunch of pictures when my makeup is on point. I am like, girl, I'm feeling myself. I'm ready to do this. And I love this for doing makeup looks. Another full coverage is e.l.f. e.l.f. is amazing. It does have a perfumey smell to it, but it's not a smell that stays with you. It's got that real heavy floral smell, like perfumey, and I'm not crazy about a bunch of smells on my face. I have sensitive skin. Even though it's pretty resilient, I wear makeup every day. I do full glam every day for work. I work in hot sweat. The smell doesn't stay. It still gives you the good full coverage you need, and they have a beautiful shade range. But back to where I was at here. This is Believe Beauty. Dollar General, y'all. Dollar General. Okay, this took me by storm. I saw one of my favorite YouTubers, Maria Gloria. She did a review on this. Loved it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. It's only $4. I'm going to give it a shot. So I got a couple shades of it, and I am wearing this foundation today. It is not full coverage by any means. I have a face covered in freckles, but it does not have full coverage. You can still see some of my freckles peeking through, and in my blemishes I covered with my concealer, which we'll get onto next. But the blemishes and everything, it takes the redness out, it evens your skin, it gives you a nice base without covering your skin completely. The least amount of coverage possible that you can get comfortable with and wear. It will wear easier, and it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm sweaty, and you go to dab with a towel and your entire face comes off. Because my everyday foundation, and it's $4, y'all. $4. It's amazing. L'Oreal Infallible is great. LA Colors, if you can find your shade, because I found that they kind of lean too yellow for me. Wet n Wild Photo Focus, oh my gosh, amazing if you love matte skin, glowy, if you love glowy skin, if you love dewiness to your foundation. Photo Focus Dewy is my close runner-up, but Photo Focus by Wet n Wild is amazing, guys. Amazing. Give it a shot if you haven't. First, for the lightest coverage, this is the You're Covered Liquid Concealer. I used the shade Fair from Believe Beauty. I do believe I paid $3 for this. It's beautiful. For an everyday, you know, you're not super dark and crazy and sunk in under the eyes, this is great. This is great. And I've had those days where I've got sick kids and I don't sleep well. That's when I bump up my cover. This is their undercover concealer. They have a great shade range, and I'm pretty sure you can get your shade. I have a pinkier shade for when I'm a little bit more tan, because I get more freckles when I tan. If you're pale and you're just pale, if you're medium to dark, they've got you covered. A bit more coverage, but you don't want to go to scrub your face for 20 minutes because your concealer won't come off. The Juvia's Place concealer. I don't know if it has a fancy name. But this, I love it. It's a little bit of a thinner consistency. It's not super like cakey under the eye. It's a little bit thinner than the CoverGirl if you've tried it. But the brightening, the coverage is there. Even though it's thin, it surprised me. Juvia's Place is one of my new favorite brands. Good, guys. This is good. And it's under $20. Like, they've been running sale after sale after sale here recently. I think the last time I looked it was $8.40. And you buy so much you get free shipping. e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. This stuff is bomb. This stuff will stay all day. And they said 16 hours, they weren't lying. It's good. It's good. They have, you know, a good shade range, and you get a lot of product. It comes with, sorry, I almost dropped it. It comes with the big doe foot, the normal like Shape Tape-esque doe foot. The most full coverage concealer I have is the Essential High Coverage from Jouer. This stuff got you covered. There, end of story. Got you covered. Great great concealer. Haven't tried their foundation. Their lip products are bomb, but that will be my last one in the concealer because this video is getting super long and I apologize. Juvia's Place, I have their I Am Magic setting powder. That was it. I Am Magic concealer. Sorry. I'm so bad at this. Alright, I Am Magic setting powder. I have the shade White Sands. It's super finely milled. Now, I am new to this. I've only had it for about 2 months, but I love it. I'm wearing it today. Great powder. It's a great powder. You don't get like a massive amount of powder, but they're not super crazy expensive. I consider them like right there with ColourPop. Now, I do use a mixture of powders. I mix my Juvia's Place I Am Magic powder with my Juno & Co. blurring powder. Sorry, that might have blinded you. Juno & Co. makeup setting powder. This is their blurring powder. I love their packaging. Mine's kind of dirty because it's well loved. But this powder blew my socks off. You don't even realize you're putting it on your face. When you go to put it on your foundation, you don't see that line where I have powder and I don't. If I wanted to not set the rest of my face and just set my under eyes, this is the powder. This is for me. This blurs pores. This blurs imperfections. It brightens under the eyes. It looks amazing. Maybelline Fit Me. This is tried and true. You've seen YouTubers talk about it. You've seen it all over Facebook. You've probably tried it. If you haven't, your mom has probably tried it. And it's just a good powder. I use the color Fair Light. So we've got our foundation, we've got our concealer, we've got our powder on. Bronzer or contour, or however combination of the two. For my bronzing, when I first started out, I got an LA Colors contour palette, contour bronze. I got the lighter one. Now, some of these colors didn't work for me, obviously. I use this one a lot, and I use this one a lot. This is the contour shade. Your contour needs to be a little bit more gray toned, and then your bronzer is the warmer one. It's the orangey tone, or the like yellowy, buttery kind of shade, just to kind of toast your edges is what you want to do with your bronzer. So, you'll take your contour, and for me, it was my LA Colors contour palette. This was my great starter palette. Wild, absolute favorite bronzers. They have Ticket to Brazil. They have, I got a collection from their, well, it's probably a couple years old now. They had a Fire and Ice Dragon one. I have their You're Dragging Me Down. I've hit pan on all of these. My Ticket to Brazil, yeah. Ticket to the Garbage. She's kind of broken. And then I kind of cheat, and Rimmel's got some hidden gems. And this actually is their powder foundation, and this is in the shade 021 Nude. And I use it as a bronzer just to kind of toast my edges a little bit. After I've contoured and gotten that darker bronzer to kind of give me a little bit of shape in my face. And I actually got this one. I do believe I got this one either on Beauty Bay or Ulta. This is by Sleek Makeup, and they are a wonderful, affordable brand. I think I paid maybe $6 for this. This is their Face Form Contouring Multi-Palette. It has the contour shade, it has a little highlight shade, and it's got like a blushy kind of bronzer shade. It's a little bit more orange for me, so I use it as a blush, but it works. It does what it needs to do. It makes your face look gorgeous, and it's affordable. But I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. This is the Francesca Tolo collaboration with Ofra. I'm going to try and do it where you don't see the mirror. But it comes with 2 blushes, a light bronze, and a darker bronze. I contoured my face with this today, and then I bronzed up with this one. And they have 2 beautiful, beautiful blushes in this palette. I love them for neutral makeup, and I love them when I just want to kind of pinky pop on my cheeks. They're wonderful. They're wonderful products. Lastly, but definitely not least, my favorite little face palette I own is by Juno & Co. And this is their Bombshell palette. And you get a blush, you get a highlighter, you get, this one's kind of like a glitter highlighter. It's got little pink glitters in it. It's just beautiful. And then you get a contour shade. This fits me perfectly, and I guess I'm kind of like a medium skin tone. But this fits me absolutely perfectly when I want to chisel out that just a little bit more. I want to give me just a little bit more shape to my face on cheek. I use my Juno & Co. Bombshell palette in this packaging, guys. Oh my gosh, Juno & Co. and their packaging is amazing. Lovecraft Beauty, they don't have a lot of products, but they do have a very, very nice little blusher palette, and you get, this is more of a mauve color down here, and then you have an orangey kind of almost bronzy blush, and then you have a pinky toned one at the bottom. Rimmel and their maxi blushes are by far my favorite. Wonderful. Elf has some beautiful blushes. This one is in Always Rosy. It's not super pinky. It's kind of coming off gray. There we go. Pinky toned. It's just a very pretty everyday blush. Wild, Wet n Wild, all the way. And this one is their pearlescent pink, and I have been loving lately a little bit of a shimmer in my blush, and it just kind of blends the highlight a little bit better into your blush, so you don't have this horrible just line of no shimmer on the rest of your face. Go with my Ofra. I'm sorry, I'm an Ofra stan, here to forever, I guess, because I love Ofra. They have so many good products, and they work on so many different skin tones, and they're just beautiful. This is their Island Time palette, and I actually got this for sale on their site. You get their beautiful Bellini highlight, or Bali highlight in the center. You get their Punch and Tawi. Please don't hold me to it. Mayte. And then there's a Bellini blush at the bottom, and then you get their Cosmo blush down here. And you've got your orange, you've got your mauve, you've got a pink with a little bit of shimmer, and you've got that natural kind of bronzy blush with a little bit of shimmer in it. And this highlight, guys, Wet n Wild highlights are amazing, and they have so many different shades. They are sorry interrupted, but Wet n Wild has these beautiful palettes, and I'm sorry you can't really see in my lighting. Let me go past the lighting. And they've been loved. This is their Mega Glow highlighting palette, and their Mega Glow highlighters are out of this world. If you want to be blinding across the board, these are the highlights to go for. And there's White Lily. Sorry. This one is White Lily, Botanical Dream. Sorry, I flip-flopped those two. Blossom Glow, and Golden Flower Crown. This palette, I do believe, retails for $15, maybe. But there's one. I gotta stand the Ofra. I'm sorry. This is my all-time favorite Ofra highlight so far, and I've tried a lot. This is the Nikki Tutorials collab in Glazed Donut, and I'm wearing it today. It's just, look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that glow. Just beautiful. But that's all of our face products, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. There will be a second video, and we will go over eyeshadows, eye products, and lip products. But I hope to see you guys next time. I love you. Bye.